everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to create this really pretty Dias braid bracelet. This is my unoriginal design and it was made on the Rainbow Loom. Now I have some credits to give out before we get started. So this bracelet was inspired by M's Loom Creations, her Swiss braid bracelet. Also Tiger Girl's brushstrokes bracelet. And the name Dias Braid I got off of um, Loves to Loom's Royal Dias. And she said that Dias meant raised platform. And if you flip my bracelet around, you can see that the border on this side is sort of raised from the other bands, which is super cool. So yeah, thank you Loves to Loom, M's Creations, and Tiger Girl. And all of those bracelets will be linked down below. And yeah, we can now go ahead into the tutorial. Today you will need one loom in the staggered configuration, one hook, one C-clip. Today I'm going to be using the large C-clip, and 3 colors of bands. Today I will be using neon green, orange, and black. Start by taking your loom, and I'm going to remove the left bar pin. I'm going to take this off. You don't have to do this, I just like doing this. And now we're going to be placing the border, which is the black. And I'm also going to be using black today. Taking your first band, you're going to pull it from the very first pin and to this outer pin. Now you're going to go on either side. I'm going to go on the right, and you're just going to take your bands and you're going to start placing them in an upward motion all the way to the very top of your loom. And this is a very simple process, and I'll see you at the top. Now we're at the top, we're going to go back down to the bottom, do the same exact thing to the left side. Taking your black, you're going to just make a simple border. And I'll meet you at the top again. Now that we're at the top, you're going to take your last band and close them both off. Go down to the bottom, and we're going to start replacing our first color, which is the green that you see in this bracelet. And for that, I'm going to be using green again. So taking my first band, I'm going to go on the right pin bar, and I'm just going to place one band up, overlapping the border, and another band up, overlapping the border. And you're going to continue this all the way up your loom. You're just going to create a single chain of colored bands that are overlapping the border. So go ahead and do that. Do this all the way up to the top of your loom. Like this. Now push your bands down and go back down to the bottom, and we're going to be placing our next color, which in this bracelet is red, and today I'm going to be using orange. So I'm going to take this, and we're going to be doing the same exact thing on the other side. So just placing a row, whoops, flick that band somewhere. You're going to be placing a row of colored bands overlapping the border bands all the way up to the very top of your loom. And then at the very top, you're going to close it off with whatever color. You could use black, green, or orange. I'm going to just be using orange, and close it off. So basically we did a black border, and then we did another border, but this half is green and this half is orange. So it's a rather different way, you could say. And nothing is going to be in the middle. We're going to be looping our bands so that they cross over the middle. So now that we have done all this, turn your loom around so that the red arrow is facing towards you now, and you're going to be placing a cap band at the very tippity top pin, like this. Take your hook, and we're going to start looping. Okay, so the looping process is a bit tricky if you don't watch carefully, so watch carefully. You're going to go into the cap band, grab the very top band, which should be the orange one, this one, but instead of looping it to its original pin, you're going to loop it to the one, not diagonal, but to the one above, like this. So we didn't loop it here or here, but to the third up here. Okay, so now that you have that, I'll leave it right here in case you're like wondering where to put it. Okay, so now we're going to go back into the cap band, grab this band, but instead of looping it to this pin, you're going to loop it to this pin. Now you're going to go into this peg right here. So these two first stitches that we did with the cap band, that is only for the first stitch, so for the cap band. We're not going to repeat that same process. We're going to start a whole new process, which we're going to continue through the bracelet. So we're going to start on this pin right here, taking this band, not looping it here, but looping it to the one diagonal. So we just looped that band from this pin to its diagonal. Now we're going to go into this pin right here. You're going to grab that top band. Don't loop it here or to the one diagonal. You're going to loop it all the way up here. So we just looped from here all the way up here. Okay? And I'll zoom out if you need to see. So we just looped here all the way to here. Now we're going to go back into this next pin. Pull up that top band. Don't loop it here, but loop it to its diagonal. So we just looped here to here. So for this side, for the right side, you're going to be looping to its diagonal. For the left side, you're going to be looping it to its long diagonal. Okay? So now you're going to go into this pin, grab the green, don't loop it here or to the diagonal, but loop it to its long diagonal. Go into this pin, don't loop it here, but loop it to its diagonal. And if you've made the Swiss braid bracelet or the bubble gum braid or the brushstrokes bracelet, then this should be pretty similar. So don't take this band, don't loop it here or here, but to its long diagonal. Now take this one, don't loop it here, but to its diagonal, which is right here. So by now you should be seeing this like woven stitch look, and you're just going to continue this process all the way up your loom. And I'll keep doing this for a while on camera, and then I'll go off camera in case you guys just want to like watch me to get the hang of how I loop or whatever. So it's a pretty fast process once you get the hang of it. Just gotta keep going, and it's pretty simple. Alright, so once you get to these two top bands up here, you're going to take your hook, you're going to go into this side, and since there's no long diagonal pin up here, you're just going to loop it to its diagonal. And now take this band, but instead of looping it to its original pin, you're going to loop it right here. Like this. Now we're going to go back down to the border or to the bottom and start looping our border. And if you have made the brushstrokes bracelet, this border should be very similar. We're using Tiger Girl's brushstrokes border for this bracelet. So you're going to go into this cap band, grab that top band. Instead of looping it here, you're going to loop around this pin and place it to the one above. So I'll show you. So instead of looping it here like you normally would, you're going to go around it and stick it on this pin. Now we're going to go into this pin, grab this band, but instead of looping it here, you're going to loop around this pin and place it to the one above. Go inside here, instead of looping it to here, you're going to go around it, place it to the one above. Not here, around to the one above. Around to the one above. So by now you should be getting the hang of it. I'm going to do this off camera. If you still need more help, I suggest making the brushstrokes bracelet and the Swiss braid bracelet if you have not made those yet. It'll just make it a lot easier. So I'm just going to continue doing this side and then this side off camera, and I'll be back when I'm done with my entire bracelet. Okay, so once you reach the top and you reach, oops, sorry, I'm wobbling my camera around. Once you reach up here to this pin, you're going to grab it, but instead of looping it here, you're going to loop around that pin and place it to the pin above. Now go into this pin, grab that top band, and just loop it right here. Now you're going to take your hook, stick your hook through all of these bands, and grab another band and pull it through. Secure it with the C-clip. And take it off your loom. You can take this off with your hook. I think it makes it a lot easier, but you can give it some tugs to help it come off. Just take it off however you would like. Okay, so when it comes off your loom, you should have something like this, and this will look like Tiger Girl's brushstrokes bracelet. But if you flip it around, we're going to pull out these sides, pull it out a little bit, and you're just going to like pull out the border a little bit and then scrunch it in, and then go on this side and just pull out the middle. You're not really like pulling it out, you're sort of just like tugging on the sides and getting it to its form. And this is what it should look like. Now to add an extension. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on how to create my braid bracelet. Please like, subscribe, and share. And if you make this bracelet, don't forget to hashtag it to #Jaden's tutorials and tag me at MDO Family so I can see your designs. And yeah, thank you guys again. Like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!